guys, this is just a small video about the new software created by 8-Bit Vino. He's done a fantastic job on the map maker. It's a way of making maps as it describes and levels. So if you head to his code on his GitHub, which I've got linked, and just download the zip of that. And we're also going to need, if you haven't already got it, the Agon Sped, which is the Sprite editor by RoboGeek. Same again, head down to his place and download that. I think actually I'm going to show you right from downloading this. So I'll download this zip. Agon downloads, that'll do. Right, so you download it from his website. Let's just extract that here. Mapmaker main. Okay, there's all his files in there. So what I suggest is either following along with my same file paths, or if you've created your own. But I don't like just dropping things in the root of the SD card because it gets a bit cluttered. So what I do, I'll cut that, go to my emulator SD card, and I have several folders I do things in. B's my main one. I just keep them short so that it's easier to type paths and things like that in. So I'll be using D today, B today, and also utils. So if you go to utils, and we'll paste that one in because this is a utility. I've already got Sped downloaded and that's in there, look. So what I suggest is you change this name of this folder because you'll be typing this quite a bit. So I just call it mapmaker mm. And then if you go into that, we're going to be using this game.bas file in a bit. But to start with, I just want to show you how it actually all works and everything. So here's the main program. And there's his tiles, which are used when you first load up. But if you head over to RoboGeeks and do the same and get the Sped downloaded, and then also if you go to my website, the 8-Bit Noob, which is also linked, we have got a few more files or folders. It's just these two. I've not included the game.bas or anything, so that's already, you should already have that downloaded. These are just some images and a new map which I've created. So yeah, 0 to 18, and I'll go through them in a bit, but just get all that downloaded. And what I would do is I create some more folders. So I've got my tiles empty and maps. Inside my tiles, I've just got those off my GitHub in there, if you want to follow along. And then in maps, I've got my new map, which I'll be showing you in a bit. And this is the example map that the program comes with. It's normally in here, but I've just moved it to maps just to keep things all together. So if we go to the new one, I'm just going to copy those across. So I'll take those, go to utils, we'll go into and I'm just going to paste those in, just so I've got those in there as well. Now basically the first thing we want to do is load this up. So if we open our emulator, I suppose I can do this full screen. I might have to nip back to look at the paths. So mode 8, if we first run the there's actually a couple of things we've got to do first. So we go back in here and open up mapmaker. Right, now what we've got to change is this here for where the tiles are. So this is just the directory. So we're going to be using, it's in utils, and then it's in and then it's in maps, and that's just, you know, the same as utils, maps. If you don't put it in a folder called maps and it's just in here for your, oh, hang on a minute, I need tiles, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So tiles, yeah, because that's going to be his, and we'll save that. I think that's all we've got to alter for now. You can just have a flick through the code and have a look. Yeah, so let's get back into it. If we load that file, so mine's going to be in utils. mapmaker.pass. And we run that. Here we go, it's just loading the bitmaps in. And here it is. Like I say, this is all 8-bit Vino's code and work. And you can just as simply as press one of these keys and it will put that map, that tile, which is a 16 by 16 tile, which is created in Sped. I'll show you how to go about that in a minute. But for instance, if we put R, it just drops that in. T, you know, you can move around with the cursors, put whatever you want, wherever you want. It has got a sticky key, which is quite good. So if you put in like water, for instance, 5, press the sticky, which is the K. So if we press 5 and then K, and then wherever you move, it just keeps that down. There we are. Zone is if you want to load in your own tile set. So I'll show you that in a second because I've already got those downloaded, obviously. Obviously exit is what it is. Random just creates a random map with the tiles that are available. Load, you can load in a map which you've already created to edit, and save, you can save this map. And that's it. So if I go through, if I now load in my tiles to show you that, which is Z, enter directory name. So here's where we have to go utils, Now because I'm not loading in a new map, I'm doing the zone to change the tiles, I need to go into my tile directory, which was MT. I'm just going to check that, but I think I'm right. MT, that's my tiles. Instead of going in the tile directory that we changed in the code earlier, I'm going to go into MT this time. If we press enter, it's going to load those tiles in. And there we are. There's my new tiles that I've created. They're the ones off my website. I actually I cheated. I found some tiles online. It was a free open source one. But I did have to draw them all myself. So I just got the shapes, converted it to the Agon palette and just did this all in Sped, which I'll show you in a minute. So obviously at the minute, it just gives you something like that, which is using the same numbering off the old one. On this one, obviously that number of that tile was water before. So if you go down, we can start, you know, you can just build on top of this. or we can load in a map. So if we go load and we go utils, it's all about these paths, getting them right. It's obviously everybody's going to want to keep the files somewhere different, but he's made it so that we can change it for whatever we want and load them in from wherever we want. And then also you can obviously hard code it in the .bas file and make it so it always loads in your sets. So that's utils, mm, and then we've got, what am I doing? I'm loading in a file, so maps, and then I think I've got one in maps, which is on my website, called plat01.map. So maps plat01 dot, was it plat? Plat01.map. Press any key, and there we are. So that's one I've created before. Obviously you can edit it however you want. You can move anywhere and drop in, say, T for the chest. You can drop another chest in. And you can build whatever you want. Obviously on his example map, he's actually got, let's load that one in. So we'll go L, utils, maps, example dot map. Now that's obviously because we've used a different tile set. So now I could change the tile set and you'll see his example map. So we go to zone again, Z, and then we enter the directory of the original tiles, which is utils, tiles. Just load those in. There you are. So you can independently swap the map and the tiles, and that's his example one. He's made that, which is another style of game. Obviously mine's a platform game, this one's either a side scroller or whatever map game, which is great. That's really all there is to using it. Obviously you can save, and the same again. So if we save S, it's all about wherever you want to put it. So we go utils, we're going to save the map, so we'll go maps, and we're going to call it test.map. Enter. Press enter. So now if we go test.map, there it is. And I think that's the whole package there. I've covered the whole thing on the map maker. I just want to show you a quick thing regarding Sped, so how we create the tiles for it. So if I just open another instance of the emulator, and then I can go load, Sped is in utils, and it's called sped.bas. I shorten all the names so that it's just easy for me to type and load. We're going to run that. Here's obviously the sprite editor. If we, I've been through this in a previous video, so I won't go through how this works and how you use it. But if we just load in, it's a format 2. That must be how you save them as well. Multiple frames, no. And then we're going to enter the file name. So we will say utils I'm after a tile, so my tiles, and we will pick I don't know what numbers my tiles are, to be honest, but say we pick 15.rgb. Oh, it's the key. Nice. So in here cursor keys to move about to change something on the key. So for instance, we can, I know that it's this colour yellow that I used, so you can highlight that, press key for a shortcut, load it into 1, and then every time we press, if we're on a different colour, for instance, if we press 1 and then enter, it picks our selected colour. So that's how you use the shortcut there. But if we just do the key like this, and then we're going to save that image. Oh, for some reason, am I in a shortcut there? No. Oh, sorry, I pressed S instead of V. V. So here's where it must be format 2 to get the alpha value in there as well. So format 2, enter. Don't do multiple frames, just save each frame. If you do use these boxes to create the next thing, oh, I don't know what I've done there now. Use these to create your next image, then just move this across and save each one individually. That's how I do it anyway. So multiple frames, no, and then the file name. So same again, we'll go utils, mm for mapmaker, and then this is my tiles, and we'll go test, or actually let's call it key dot red, green, blue, enter. So that's how you create them. If we go into here now, go into my tiles, you'll see key, red, green, blue there. So all of these are just done with that. I think I've kept 0 exactly the same. That's his empty box. So I think that's it on this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you get some use out of this, because I know I will. It's a fantastic bit of software. Thank you very much, 8-Bit Vino, for your contribution.